SMS language, which uses abbreviations for simple words in English like you, should, from, have now found place into answer sheets in final exams of many students. Our reporters got hold of answer sheets from reputed colleges in the city, which is proof that familiarity with mobile phones has begun to affect language skills. Take a look.
Miss Rajalakshmi, the head of the Department of English of Kumararani Meena Muttaya College, is peeved every time she corrects answer papers. And every time, it's the spellings that irk her, as it does with many examiners these days. She often finds the word from being spelt with a numerical 4, followed by the letters R and M. Well, the list is in fact quite a long one. The teachers, angry as they are, feel the excessive use of SMS lingo has led to this deterioration of English language.
Very, very pathetic answers with pathetic spelling, with language totally gone awry. So I think high time children learn that this is not the language that they use when writing.
Well, the students have an explanation for this. They say the SMS lingo they use in answer scripts is not intentional. For them, spelling words the way they do while texting has become more of a habit.
I think that SMS language is used in writing the exam in the exam hall is not intentional at all, because when we write it comes in the flow now, because we're so used to typing SMSs and texting like almost every hour, every minute. So all the more reason why it comes along with the flow and is not at all intentional among the students nowadays.
Now there is a perfect foil built into most mobile phones to avoid distorted lingo, the D9 dictionary. But perhaps it's cool to text in the short form. Anyway, as long as the lines between texting and exams are not blurred, both can coexist. One would feel it's difficult being a student these days. With camera person Prabhu and reporters Anusha, Banita and Akshaya, Divya, NDTV Hindu.
Rajalakshmi, head of the Department of English in Kumararani Meena Muttaya College, joined us in our studio. She was outright against such usage and hoped that there could be a way to curb this.
Trend is totally unpalatable, at least as far as we lecturers are concerned. We find this trend is slowly seeping into the written language, which ultimately is going to harm the entire student community.
Right, like students would say, are you feeling pissed off when you see answer sheets
absolutely. Like this? It irritates us to no extent. Whichever English lecturer you talk to, they will tell you that irritates them to such a large extent that they are unable to digest it. So they feel there's something drastic has to be done.
Have you faced this before? Have you contemplated action on such language?
No, actually, as far as students are concerned in college, we keep telling them, we cut marks for every, actually I do that.
Well, there were mixed reactions from students over the usage of SMS lingo in exams. My colleague Krishnamurthy caught up with a few students, and here's what they had to say.
Well, I personally don't use SMS lingo in my answer sheets, but I see no reason why it shouldn't be used in answer sheets. Now, I have a simple theory behind this, which is basically that, in, say, the 1800s, there was a certain way of speaking. In the 1700s, there was another way of speaking. We call it Old English or Shakespearean English in today's common parlance. And, each century, our language has evolved. English is one language that keeps evolving, okay? And in that sense, I think it should evolve to a certain level where SMSs also become part of English and hence part of our curriculum.
Well, let me get back to Megha. Megha, do you support his view or do you contradict it?
I don't believe in what he said, simply because I think that even though English has evolved, so to say, a lot of it has retained and remained the same, and there's a reason behind that. And I think the SMS language is a complete insult to the entire concept of the English language, and I think that it's very degrading to the person who corrects. When we're talking particularly about exam sheets and answer papers, it's very degrading to the person who corrects to have to go through things like cause, like COZ, and it's not pleasant. And after a point of time, literature is something that you enjoy. There's an aesthetic to it, and it's spoiled by short forms and bad usage.
Well, Chennai's Government General Hospital has several feathers to its cap. Today, it added yet another, and in the process, a 9-year-old girl got back her hearing and the ability to speak. Zoya Thomas has the story. In a few weeks, 9-year-old Shabana Azmi will be able to hear and talk like others her age. Born with cochlear damage, she underwent a surgery at the Government General Hospital to correct the impairment. This is the first time that a cochlear surgery has been conducted free of cost in a government hospital in Tamil Nadu.
காதுடைய செவித்திறன் கேட்கின்ற கருவியை பொருத்தினால் இது பேசக்கூடிய நார்மல் வாய்ப்பு உருவாக்கப்படுகிறது. இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி இப்போது இந்த நிகழ்வு தொடர்ந்து அரசு மருத்துவமனை சென்னை அரசு மருத்துவமனை தொடர்ந்து நடத்துவதற்கு நாங்கள் ஏற்பாடு செய்வோம்.
தமிழக சுகாதாரத்துறை அமைச்சர் எம்ஆர்கே பன்னீர்செல்வம் அவர்களுக்கும் எங்கள் குடும்பத்தின் சார்பாக மனமார்ந்த நன்றி.
A cochlear implant surgery costs anywhere between 7 and 12 lakh rupees. But thanks to the support from the Tamil Nadu government, Shabana's parents could get the surgery done free of cost. Different from a hearing aid, a cochlear implant is a surgically implanted electronic device that allows the patient to hear.
Here what we do is, we take the one part of the unit, the implant inside the ear itself, and we place it inside and keeping the electrode directly going to the cochlea, stimulating the nerve. So the clarity of the hearing or the speech, clarity of the hearing will be very good for the patient.
Nearly 1 in 50,000 people in the state are affected by cochlear damage, and so far only the very rich have been able to afford this surgery. Shabana's case perhaps provides the poor with some hope. In Chennai with camera person Arun and Zoya Thomas, Evelyn Matthew for NDTV Hindu. Time now to get you the writing on the wall. Divya Kumar brings you the best pick of the day.
Hi and welcome to Writing on the Wall. If you're one of those people who think your status update on social networking sites give you a sense of identification among your peer groups, this is for you. We here at NDTV Hindu will pick one best status message every day. All of you are welcome to suggest entries and you can send it to feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. And today, Fayaz Ahmed tells us life is all about mind and matter. I don't mind and you don't matter. That was some level of an attitude by you, Fayaz. And you can also join our NDTV Hindu account on Facebook. Write on our wall if you'd like us to cover something interesting on the web platform as well.
Now coming up on the bulletin, actor Surya is taking Hindi coaching from his wife Jyotika for his next Bollywood film with Ram Gopal Varma. That's coming up in a moment. Do stay with us.